What can people expect when they end a relationship?
I think it's slightly different depending on whether you're the one who's chosen to end the relationship or you're the one who hasn't, and also whether you have children or not. But let me take, there are some commonalities, and the commonalities are you will go through some mourning and grief at the loss of at least the promise of what was, what could have been, and what you thought it was going to be. So even if you're the one who's chosen to leave, you'll go through that. You will also experience some sense of disorganization and chaos because the rhythms of your life will have changed and will change radically. You can't minimize that. You will also lose the wonderful things that you may not remember, but you'll only remember when you're not with them anymore. This is even true when you're with somebody else, because that somebody else will not have the exact package, will have a different package, and you will inevitably miss the things that once worked. And there is no getting around that. If you're the person who hasn't chosen, but who is being left, you will feel that in a kind of more magnified way, because you'll also feel rejected, you'll also feel you are out of control, you haven't chosen this, you haven't planned for things, so the chaos will be that much greater, the grief will be that much greater, and you'll be going at a different pace. So if you're the one being left, your process is going to be that much more intense because you wouldn't have chosen it, so you'll feel that much less in control. You'll feel rejected. You won't have made plans, so your life will be in greater chaos. You will feel inevitably angry and envious if there's a new person there, maybe even murderous. So the intensity of that grief process in the morning will be that much greater. And you'll be at a different pace to the person who you thought was your partner. So you'll feel even that much less supported in a funny way because of that. Now, it is fair to say that normally people, as with a death, go through the mourning process and or readjustment and come out of it alive and sometimes better. It's much more complicated if there are children, because if there are children or any other intimate connection that keeps you going, like a business or something that you share, you will keep having that connection made alive. Now, that's going to be very problematic, not just for yourself, but particularly for your children, because we know that messiness of endings is going to affect a child. And we also know that the quality of a post-ending relationship with parents is going to affect a child tremendously. So children do not do well if they feel that their loyalty is torn between the parents and they have to make choices. They do not do well if parents are in high conflict with each other and express that to the children. They do not do well if contact between the non-resident parent and the child is not regular, predictable, and okay. So that means the ending is never going to be complete. So you have to impose some restraints on yourself in order to live through having a relationship with somebody that you need to end your emotional feelings about.